Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Well, I got my rock crusher out, crushed up my 6 buckets of rocks, took the diesel engine off it because I was going to switch it out to something a little more powerful because it would stall once in a while when you get a big rock. It was kind of hard, so I'm going to try to use this on this Coleman generator. And the label on it says that it is 2.72 kilowatts, 12-hour rated power. Well, I clamped it all on the bench and stuff before I made anything permanent. And of course this maximum RPM is 2600. So I set the pulleys up. I run this about 2200, and the generator would be at 3600 with the pulleys I had selected, and about 600 watts, and this thing started getting all excited. It didn't like it, so it is not going to run that generator. Apparently the belting up and the belts and all that stuff just takes up too much power, so gonna have to do something else with it. I have some other engines. I might make just a portable one out of it so I can hook it up on anything I want. But anyways, over on the bench I'm still plugging away at making it permanent, and I've been working out the case and stuff. I've got some pieces made here for the base. Took some square tubing and cut an angle on it. Going to be a hole in there, and that'll be welded on the bottom, something like that, so I can attach it. And I've been working on the case for it because I want to protect them windings, and you do need some guidance for the cooling air. So I got looking at the old case, plastic, and I hacked off part of it, and I got it so that it fits on there like so. And I had to cut a part out here because this bearing assembly interfered with it. And then part of what I cut off is open here, so I have some expanded metal. I'm going to make a bracket for that, put that in there. And I've got a box I'm going to mount up here, like so. And in the box will be the capacitor, the circuit breaker, the outlet, and I've got a meter with volts, amps, and hertz. I'm going to throw that in there too. Be something like this outlet, and this will go there. So that's where I'm at this point. Show you when I get some more accomplished. Yeah, I think I finally got the guard done. I think I spent almost as much time on this as I did making the rest of the parts. Took a lot of trial and error. Cut and try it, and cut again and try it again. Got the box mounted, tabs to mount it on the frame, frame's drilled. So now I guess I got to get those feet welded on, and then maybe get some paint on the framework, and then get this mounted and wired up. And we'll try it again with a different engine. Okay, I got the shield, case, whatever you want to call it, all mounted. Everything's put together, and I threw the motor back on it again to make sure everything was alright as far as the wiring and meter and stuff goes. Got my ground here. So we'll switch her on. Third horse. Slows her down to 50 hertz. What, 87 volts? I got good airflow. That vent has been on the side. So she's all functioning. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do with it now. How I'm going to use it, or what I'm going to make it a portable unit, or just what I'm going to do. I'm going to think about it. I think I'm done for today. Okay, I got a 6-horse, I think it's a Subaru Robin, yeah. Got this at an auction for $5. It smoked bad, and it had an awful knocking sound to it. I think I only paid like $3 or $5 for it. Figured it was worth that for parts. But anyways, it turned out that somebody had it apart, and in where the rocker arms are, there's a pin that goes through. This has got an overhead cam, and they put that pin in backwards, and there's holes in the sprocket, and that pin was catching on the holes in the sprocket. So once you got everything back in right, and the snap ring on the right side of things, everything was fine. And the reason it smoked was there was something going on with the breather. I don't remember just exactly what, and it had too much oil in it. So once I got those things straightened out, it seemed like a pretty decent little engine. So anyways, I got that out, got it belted up to this. I got my milling machine clamps and 6 pair of vice grips trying to hold it all together, and it still doesn't stay for long. The belt will loosen up, but it'll give us a pretty good idea. So you probably won't be able to hear me because it's noisy, the table rattles, but anyways, I'll start it up, I'll get it set, and I got the load bank plugged in, and we'll go over and show you how it does on the load bank. It won't do it for long because the belt will start slipping, because it just can't keep it tight with this setup. So let's fire her up. Maxed out. Now the belt's starting to slip. Okay, sorry about that crappy camera work, but oh well, you get to see it in real life. Not edited. I don't usually mess around trying to fix things or redo them. You see it like you see it. Anyways, generator seems to work fine. You just got to find something that you can get it hooked up to that'll be solid. And this is not permanent enough. But I thought in my other video I mentioned that I had done the same thing with an Onan. And I went up in the building and dug it out. And I got an engine that I've used on it before to show to run something. I think one of my displays. I don't think it was loaded up very high, but I'll show you how that one works. Okay, here's the setup with the Onan. I just stake it to the ground. And I stake the engine to the ground. Making 120 volts. The whisker over. I got a 100 watt bulb. Okay, I'll shut this baby off so you can hear me. Now the engine is a Bernard, and here's a sheet on the engine. It's 3 horsepower, 2500 RPM, and you can start it on gas. It has 2 sections to the tank, one right here, this is just little for gas, and then this is kerosene. And you get it warmed up on gas, which I'm just running it on gas right now, and then you switch this valve over to kerosene once it gets warm, and it runs on kerosene. Of course, this was another auction find, and it was missing a carburetor and the governor arm, and I made an adapter and put a Briggs carb on it, and some of the plumbing, I guess you'd call it, for the exhaust. The stub was there, but the part from here to there was missing. So that's what I come up with to fit that. So the exhaust goes in and preheats that incoming mixture. Otherwise the kerosene wouldn't vaporize right. Kind of a neat engine. And the generator, see if I can get a shot of the tag. Yeah. There. Sun's terrible out here. It's a 205AJ-1P/1F. The engine was shot on it, and I saved the generator. Did the same thing with this one I did with the Coleman. This has got kind of a neat panel on it. I put a ammeter and a voltmeter. Got a little neon light up here. And this is the part of the engine, and I made this end bell piece. And then I put it on this cart because it's not friendly, it's heavy. And I made this handle that you stick in there like so, and you can just pick it up and wheel it wherever you want to go with it. And these, I made these stakes, just took a bolt and welded a little U-piece on them. And that's, the U-piece is just a handle to get a hold of them and pull them out with. Couldn't drive them in very far here because the darn ground's so hard, because I'm right at the doorway to my building and gravel underneath there. So you just pull them up, pop the belt off, and then you can just wheel it. Like so. And when you're done, you just put the handle back here. Oop. And just clip her in place, storage place. And then back here I've got another pulley, a bigger one, in case you want to change the speed depending on what you're running it with. And the engine stakes down the same way, just with these. So that's my two belt drive generators. They're both 3600 RPM. Someday I'm going to find an 1800 RPM one that'll be a little friendlier. So I guess we'll call this one a video. And if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe. See you next time.